morning, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of the McDougall Maximum Weight Loss Challenge. So I am in the kitchen going to make some lunch for my husband and I thought that I would just tell you a little bit about, first of all, I realized that I have not mentioned exercise at all in the last couple of days. Day 1, I did not exercise at all. Day 2, I rode the bike for a very short amount of time, like 35 minutes. My husband's changing the kitty litter. Isn't that awesome of him? And day 3, which I kind of skipped because I wasn't feeling well. And then day 3 was, the day that I skipped that should have been day 3, I actually, we cleaned like the entire downstairs and I mopped all the hardwood floor and ended up polishing like a bunch of the wood furniture and stuff like that. So I actually got a good upper body workout, to be honest with you. I really actually did. And then yesterday I didn't do anything. So yeah. So today is day 4 and I am going to ride the bike. I'm kind of busy today. I have to go, after I make some food and stuff, I have to go pick up kids. My husband's got to take one child to his last cross-country meet. I got to pick up the other 2, bring them back and feed them, leave one of them with my mom, and then take the other one to orchestra for the night. So I would take both of them to orchestra because my husband usually takes us all 3 of them to orchestra because he takes care of that usually. But yeah, I don't see any reason why the little one shouldn't be home and getting ready for bed when he's supposed to get ready for bed and stuff if my mom's available, and she is. So it works out great. So anyway, so we're going to make a recipe for lunch that is called deviled beans and greens, and it is off of the McDougall Maximum Weight Loss. I don't know if this is going to be good or not at all, but we're going to give it a shot. I'm actually making half of a recipe, so just be aware of that. If you want to make this recipe and you want to make a whole amount of it, you might want to double everything. But I don't know what it's going to taste like, so I'm going to actually just make half of the recipe. So to start with, you need half of an onion chopped. That's what I have, half of an onion chopped. And what you're going to do is cook the onion in about a 1/4 cup of broth. I am going to use the low sodium, better than bouillon vegetable broth. That's 50% less sodium. You actually end up needing a whole cup of broth total, and so I'm going to use that, which will have 350 milligrams of sodium total in the whole thing, rather than the other one, which would be then 650-ish or 625 or something like that. So I figured that would probably be a little healthier. And my husband and I are going to split this, so actually I'll end up having like 175 milligrams of sodium for the meal, so that's not too bad. Plus what's in the vegetables, you know how that goes. Okay, so anyway, so we're gonna cook an onion, a half of an onion. And it says to cook until it's very tender for 4 to 5 minutes in a 1/4 cup of broth. And then you want to add the remaining 3/4 cup of broth, and you're going to add in 1 can of black beans that you've rinsed and drained, 1 cup of sliced fingerling potatoes, half of a can, 2 ounces of chopped green chilies, 1 teaspoon of mustard. And you want to mix that really well, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat and cover it, and cook it for 30 minutes until the potatoes are tender, stirring occasionally. I don't know if this is going to need 30 minutes because fingerling potatoes are very soft. They're not hard potatoes at all. But anyway, 30 minutes it says, stirring occasionally. At that point, then you want to add in 1 cup of chopped kale and continue to cook for another 10 minutes until the kale is tender. So this is kind of a lengthy recipe in terms of time-wise, although it doesn't really take much for prep, to be honest with you. So I have, throwing potatoes around, I have half of an onion chopped. And you're only supposed to have 1 cup of kale, but I just cleaned up a whole bunch of the kale that I had in the bag, and that's it. And these little fingerling potatoes are super cool. I did not know that there were red potatoes that are potatoes. This isn't a sweet potato, it's an actual potato. I did not know they came this way. That's pretty neat. So you guys are probably well aware of what a fingerling potato is, but they come in these cute little bags at the store, and they're, anyways, I've never bought them to use them before because I kind of figure what's the point? I might as well just buy a big potato and then it's less work because you just have to peel 1 potato. But anyways, so I've got that. Got a can of black beans that have been rinsed and drained thoroughly. The chilies that we use are a brand that we get at Sprouts. They're super spicy. So to me, they're super spicy to me. So I am actually probably going to use like a tablespoon out of there rather than, which would be about a 1/4 of it, rather than using half of the can, because I'm worried that it would just be way too much for me. And I actually don't like mustard, so hopefully this recipe works out okay. But I do like mustard. Like, I used to make a recipe that was it was ground turkey cheeseburger type dish, and you put mustard in it and you put ketchup in it, and it was really good and I really liked it. And I've put mustard in other things and end up liking it, so I think that it's going to be okay. But anyway, I've just got an organic stone ground mustard that I'm going to put in there. we'll see. So anyway, that's this recipe. That's what you do. I'm going to go and make it, and then I will be back with you guys in a little bit, probably about 50 minutes, because it's going to take that long to cook, to let you know how it turned out. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys in literally like 5 seconds or less for you guys. Okay guys, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to tell you. Also, when you go to add, after the onions are cooked, when you go to add everything that's over there except for the kale and the cleaning wipes, don't add that to your food. You actually are supposed to add a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, which I don't even own, so I'm not going to put that in there. But if you guys like things spicy, it does call, so for this recipe, because I'm doing half of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. It won't be going in my meal, but just wanted to let you know. It's hot, guys, be careful. Okay, so I just got done eating half of a salad, like half of a plate of salad, and I wanted to let my food cool down because it is very, very hot. But come take a look. Yeah, still. My husband's trying to eat lunch across the table from me, and he's dying of heat. So this is what it looks like. I smell mustard, although I'm also very sensitive to mustard, guys. You know, we've talked about this. I don't really care for mustard. I smell mustard. I don't taste mustard. This is really good. Like, I'm shocked, to be honest with you. I really kind of thought this was going to be just barely edible. This is really good. I would totally recommend this. So it's kind of like, my husband said it's kind of like refried beans with some greens in it over potatoes with an onion in there. I mean, it's kind of hard to describe. It is very good. The kale doesn't stick out as being obnoxious and bitter or anything. The potatoes are really good because they're super creamy, so those little guys are pretty cool. The onions are just, I mean, they're onions, they're just there. The black beans got completely cooked and kind of like mushed into there a little bit, so they're not super whole and stuff still. Excuse me. I would highly recommend this one. And if you like things spicy, dump in the rest of, put in all of the green chilies that you wanted to, put in that, what was it? Red pepper flakes that you're supposed to put in there. I think it tastes great the way that it is. It does not need any spicy to me at all. So that being said, it's very good. So yay. I'm going to go finish eating, and then I am making sushi for the boys for supper. I'm not making myself sushi for supper, I should say. When I get home tonight, after orchestra, I will probably eat supper at that point, which will be 7:30-ish or so. Maybe about then. Anyways, I'm going to have leftover soup. So if I don't see you again today, which there's a possibility that I will not, I'm going to have leftover pumpkin and black bean chili from yesterday. But this is really good. I would highly suggest that you make this. I made, like I said, I made a half a batch, and that bowl, that little bowl right there, it made 2 of those. So if you were having some vegetable along with this, it's a perfect amount of food for a meal. It actually is really good. So yeah, that's it for me for now. So if I see you again later, I'll see you again in a little bit. And if not, then I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.